love it. Please welcome the truly fabulous Daniel Davis.
That clip, there's a little bit in that clip that's cut out. We decided, since we were in the perfect mode to do the whole Betty Davis, Joan Crawford thing, she said, and they cut it for some reason, she said to a line, you wouldn't treat me that way if I wasn't in this chair. And I said, but you are, Babs. So we did the whole, Baby Jane thing. But I don't think people around the world necessarily know about that movie, remember?
Oh, yes.
Baby Jane,
yes,
remember that?
We remember it.
Okay.
Welcome to Midday, welcome to Australia. It is such a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you. It's delightful to be here.
Now, clearly, Daniel, you are such an accomplished actor that silly people like me thought you were actually English.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
And I know you're from Arkansas.
Right.
But, I mean, that sort of standard of work, I mean, how long did it take you to get the English accent down?
Well, I worked in the theater for about 25 years before I came to television and film. And I had done mostly the classical work. And so I was, as you know, born in Arkansas, as you said. And I think the first play I was ever in was, Romeo and Juliet. And I think it came out, "Saw what light from yonder window breaks." And I don't think that, I knew that wasn't going to...
I'll do that again.
It's like Gomer Pyle, "Saw what light from yonder window breaks." And I thought, well, I can't have a career based on that. So we started training very early on to try and lose all that sort of Gomer Pyle sound and get rid of it. And so I think it took me, a lifetime. I'm still working on it. When I get relaxed or talk to my mom and dad on the phone, I can slip into it still,
But your theatre work, your Broadway work, as I mentioned, Katharine Hepburn.
Yes.
That must be a wonderful experience working with some. She turned 90 last week.
Yes, absolutely. We were in a musical together based on the life of Coco Chanel. We were on the road for almost a year. She was in her mid to late 60s at that point, doing singing, dancing, 8 shows a week. More energy than two 24-year-olds, a remarkable woman. And came actually to my home in Dallas, which is where my parents lived at the time. We toured and played there. And she came out to my house for dinner. And my mom was bedridden at that point, down with a rather serious illness. And Miss Hepburn came to our home. She fixed a plate of food, went back to my mother's bedroom, closed the door, and sat with her for 2 hours. And then the next day she sent the chauffeur over with a car full of flowers for my mom, and I suppose that was one of the cherished memories that I have of working with her, her very generous spirit.
That's so nice to know the reality, the behind-the-scenes reality of a superstar like that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. She was legendary for her generosity and also for her rather quick temper and quick remarks. She was like most of the ladies that I worked with over the years. I've been very fortunate to have worked with some amazing talents, but women have the women stars, female stars, have a lot of colors, and you see them all in the course of of a normal working day.
Well, it's such a delight to have you on the program, and a delight to see the work you do. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Davis.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Well, Tommy, you're heading it up. How are you feeling about heading up this team?
Well, mate, I'm very excited, Kerri Ann, and, after captaining the first state of origin, mate, I'm utterly thrilled. I've coached a few of the boys before in the countryside, and I've got a very, very good team, and I'm ready to do battle.
Well, tell me about the side. How's it looking?
Mate, tremendous. We met this morning, we had our medicals. Everybody got through with flying colours. There's an air of excitement there amongst the players, and they're really looking forward to going up there and winning the first state of origin.
Fantastic. Now, Paul, I know you've had a few headaches. How's the head going?
Yeah, pretty good, Kerri Ann. Early on the year I had a few problems, but it's been about 2 months now, and I've had no problems. Everything seems to be going fine. Still sort of taking it game by game, but everything's going pretty good.
Tell me about the launch this morning. Anything we should know? Just fill us in.
Well, the launch is just to kick our series off. It's a little later than last year, but we've got a few of the old players and a few prominent rugby league people here today to help us launch it. It's going to be a good series. And of course, we've got the 3 games, one at Brisbane, Melbourne and Sydney. And as you know, some of the biggest crowds that we had in rugby league's been at Melbourne a couple of years ago. So it's going to be a big series for us, and we're going to kick it off well.
Done both camps.
Oh, I don't know. You know, I guess I'm the first person to do that. No, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's Queensland for Super League or ARL. I think the feeling's still there, and you know, there's only a certain amount of people that can actually pull on the maroon or the Tooheys blue jersey, and it is a very special feeling.
Mate, I think it's tremendous, and remember again, this is the real state of origin.
The real one, the original.
The original, exactly right. And Kerri Ann, I'm a bit disappointed with you too. I was on your show there a couple of weeks ago, and you said to me you were going to follow the Blues, and you've turned around going to follow the Maroons now. Is that right or what?
Hey, Tommy, I lied.
You did lie, yeah, that'd be right too.
Not to you, Tommy.
Oh, no, I appreciate that.
Now, Julian, you've had a few well-publicised problems of recent times. Enjoy the show. I'll see you tomorrow at midday. These matches, and I'm not even a redhead.
Oh,
thank you,
very
Jack.
good.
Do you like the jacket? Thank you for and you hadn't even seen this jacket.
not until you came to the curtain, so we made a big change. I thought you were in green. I don't know what colour that was.
Burn me.
Burn me. That's a lovely jacket. How much does that cost, brother?
Oh, it's just too silly for words.
Seriously, how much?
Lots, apparently. It's a borrow. It goes back. Do you think we should buy this one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's nice to have... This is what I call conversational clothing. You know? Isn't that nice? Come on. You know, you have those conversational pieces. You know, everybody goes, what on earth has she got on? One of those. Hey, but listen, welcome, everyone. Great to see such a lovely, big audience to hear today. And I just know you're out there as well. But, I mean, the story of the day, forget the jacket, the story of today, Australian swimmer Susie Moroney. Fantastic! Inextricably and fatally linked with Pauline Hanson. Boy, they're strong words.
Well, there's no doubt about it that John Howard, we don't want to go into a lot of statistical detail, but he's sort of in the poo. I mean, in terms of what's happened to him when he came in with such goodwill, a lot of that is worn away, and there's no doubt that Pauline Hanson has picked up a lot of the vibes of what people are feeling. So whether they're actually voting for her or thinking about her, they know that they're dissatisfied. That's the important thing.
From your research, how popular is Pauline Hanson and her One Nation Party?
Well, I mean, popular enough to be twice as popular as the Australian Democrats who've been around for a long time. But the important thing is that 35% of people, that's more than 1 in 3, say that they think that overall she's been good for the country. And these are people that could be Liberal Party voters or ALP voters, but they still think that she's done some good.
Okay, let's look at the information, the Morgan poll results on John Howard, and they are quite staggering and quite shocking. I'm sure he's not going to have a good morning tomorrow morning. John, one of the questions you posed, is John Howard a weak leader? Now, explain these statistics.
Well, I mean, the important thing here is that people are asked, the leaders, the image of the leaders, whether it's Beasley or Howard, 3 times as many people now say he's a weak leader than they said last year. So they've trebled the number of people who think he's a weak leader. That is devastating. I wouldn't like it to be said of me. You know.
That is frightening. Okay, the next one you asked, the other question, is John Howard honest and trustworthy? 12 months ago, obviously 37% thought he was.
Well, that's right, and of course that's why he's known as Honest John. I mean, was known as Honest John, but there's been a 40% decrease in the number of people who would characterize him as honest. Now, that's very damning for a man who came in on a high moral platform.
The other question. Stop it. Just be nice. Do you want someone who takes out the garbage or fixes the leaking taps, mows the lawn? Well, the good news is, ladies and gentlemen, there is no need to get married. I'm surprised at you lot. No need to get married? Are you girls ready for a trade-in? Oh, I don't know. Well, I've got some ideas for you. To get somebody to do all that sort of stuff, all you need is someone who is warm, wonderful, and does all that dirty stuff for you. Cook the dinner as well. Now, joining us this afternoon is the brainchild of Hire a Hubby, Richard Gray, and fellow hubby for hire, Jim Moore. Please welcome Richard and Gray the husband. Oh, boy. They're waiting for the Hire a Hubby. Richard, where did this Hire a Hubby come from?
Started approximately 4 years ago, Kerri, all by accident to begin with. I am a chef by trade, of course, and due to family commitments had to leave the cooking game with the night shift. And one day I was working at home. I've always been handy with my hands, and my wife's girlfriend had come through.
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean. And
can I just apologise on this?
Yes,
I just got a feeling it's going to get worse.
I think so. And one of my wife's girlfriends saw me working with some shelving and said, "Can I hire out your husband?" So she hired me out.
And your wife gets commission?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, go! Okay, Sylvia, hold on. Yep. Sylvia, take your gin and sit down.
Jackie.
Jackie.
And I just want to ask, why don't you have a headache every second night?
You're a character, Jackie. Any other suggestions, ladies? No, I'm not even going there. Have you, by the way, we're going to take these boys upstairs. Have you ever been asked for anything that's a little less than subtle, gentlemen, when you are hired as hubbies?
We
Come
have
up here.
on
We're going
occasions,
actually up to our control room.
Draw the line.
What do you mean you draw the... Oh. Careful. Now, this is our production area. Hello, Andrew. Oh, golly, see? I mean, nobody ever clears in here. Andrew, you need a wife. Sorry. Now, sorry, we've got a couple of hubbies here. Now, down here is our control... But you do draw the line, so there's no funny business.
Anything within reason.
Hello, boys. You're getting squashed in that little corner. This is our control room. And we've got Chris Wildick, our director, and Casey down there, and Lynn. Oh, look, and these are the telly cameras. Which one's on, Chris?
That one in the middle there.
That one in the middle there. Now, boys.
The thing is, Kerri, can we get rid of these cobwebs?
Oh, okay, fellas. Richard and Jim, go for it. So what other sort of... Do you set VCRs?
Yes, we do. We've had a lot of calls for that.
You get...
Plenty of calls for that. Oh, my video's not working. I don't know what channel. I don't know what it's doing. Can you come and fix
excuse me. What rate? How much do you charge per hour? Or?
No, it's per tonne of web, actually, with the way we go.
Okay, what are some of the products? Any particular products you... And very attractive shirts. A woman designed them, didn't she?
Yes, my wife,
I knew that.
It was basically designed to stand out apart from any other company. Too many companies these days are looking the same. We are a totally different company, different concepts, so we thought we'd look different.
Hey, can I press a button? What can I press?
Well, let's have a look.
Oh, I love this. What's that one?
That's a tape machine. That's a tape machine.
Sorry, Mr. Tape Man. Oh, I love looking at these. What does this do?
Try...
Doesn't anything work here?
Well, if you
How can I change that picture there? Let's take a shot of the audience downstairs. Oh,
you want to see the audience?
Yeah, there you go. Oh, this one down here. You're the vision switcher, that's right, I knew that.
Yeah, choose online now.
Oh, there you go. Wave!
You have to hit 4 to get you back.
Okay, 4 to hit me back. There you go. It didn't work. No, we'll come up and do this again. Is there anything else you want Jim and Richard to do up here, fellas?
I think there's another room that needs cleaning up, actually.
Down here. So you got all those cobwebs?
Yes.
By the minute. This is our green room, by the way. Oops, nobody's in there. Oh, they're hiding. Now, this is... You're right, don't tell anybody. This is actually... Look, this is the maestro stall. This is... We just... Well, it's always a bit of a pigsty. Look, now, here, guys, you just get into this. Just sort of start clearing. This is where you just know some of the artefacts. Look, Mr. Harvey and Mr. Wall. Oh, you know we're going to get Jeff to, in fact, swim when we're at SeaWorld with dolphins again. Here he is again with Racem. Oh, gee, all this is going back a little way. Look at that, isn't that sweet? Very nice. Anything else really embarrassing up here? Oh, here he is with the big boss. See, this is the big boss. The last wrestling championship he, in fact, won. Oh, and got to tell you guys, there are no snakes in here. So, how long is it going to take you to do this, and how much it'll cost me?
Oh, this one for Jeff.
It's like overtime, boss.
I think so, mate.
Yeah.
It's a hard one.
Oh, what's this? Oh, spiders as well.
We're good with that.
KP rang. Yes, thanks very much. I bet Jeff wrote that. Well, gentlemen, I think hire a hubby. Not too bad. So you do the light bulbs, the whole box and dice. Well,
Do everything.
You got to do the rest of this. Yeah. Come on, fellas. About us. That is about it from us. That's what I was sort of trying to say. Is that all right? Yeah, okay. She's got that's almost 1:30. We've almost got it right. But gee, I hope you enjoyed the show today. Tomorrow on Midday, a lot more. We examine the Howard government's second budget with the help of political analyst Paul Lynham. Also, we meet the stars of the controversial new Australian film Black Rock, and the liver lady herself, Dr. Sandra Cabot, will be here. And everyone's favourite balladeer John Williamson performs. What are we, chopped liver? Hey, you had a good time today? Yeah. Good. Are you excited? Yeah. Well, that's nice, and we'd like your company tomorrow, so join us again at midday. Have a great day. Bye. Multiplication, that's the name. Besides being budget day, Jerome, any particular reason for that one?
Well, funny enough, it would have been the 61st birthday today of Bobby Darin.
No.
Yep, he would have been 61. He would have been 61 today.
Mr. Multiplication. Yeah. And Bobby Darin was married to?
Sandra D.
Yeah, I heard it up there. 10 points to the lady up there with... Well, Paul, I'm just wondering if the Treasurer Peter Costello has learned a new dance since the Macarena we taught him last year.
Well, if he has, I think it'd have to be called the Savings Shuffle. This is where you go 1 step forward and 3 steps back.
Oh, we're getting an endorsement here from the a dance, in fact, our audience seems to know. Okay, what sort of a budget is it, Paul? Because everybody in the papers today, commentators, seem to be accepting it well.
Well, there are 3 sorts of budgets. There's one you have when you've just been elected and you say, my God, we've just been elected. We better gouge back all those unexpected election bribes we never thought we'd have to pay for, and let's get the pain over early because they'll forget it later on. That's the one we had last year. The one we've just had is the middle term budget that says, well, a bit of steady as she goes. Let's not have too much pain. Let's do the tidying up, and let's try and set ourselves up to win the next election. And that's the one we've just had. And then the next one we'll have is the, hey, we're just about to come into an election. Let's all put on our Santa Claus suits, get that big bag of goodies and go out and win the election.
What an interesting analysis of that. One of the things that seems to be coming through to me in terms of the positive aspect of the budget, if we could start there, is the fact that they've tried to balance the books. They say they were left with a $10.3 billion deficit, and they're trying to correct that. The national debt. Is it working? Will it be good for us?
Oh, yes, it's good for us. I mean, if you look at just where the money goes, for example, one of the big ticket items is public debt interest. Now, in the 97-98 financial year, the one we're about to have, we will pay nearly $9,000 million in interest.